So imagine a home that can anticipate your needs. Maybe you turn the lights on when you get up, turn the lights on when you come home. Maybe even play some music during certain activities like when you're working out or when you're cooking. And maybe also lock the doors when you leave the house so it can secure your home. Maybe lock the doors at night at a certain time if you forget to lock them. Well, that's what today's smart home can actually do for you, is it can automate some of these tasks and do certain things that bring a much higher level of convenience to your life. And that's really what a smart home is about, is making things convenient, making things easy, and actually just making things kind of fun. So in the first video of this 5-part series, Designing Your Smart Home, a Beginner's Guide, I discussed how you want to determine why you want a smart home and really what you want your smart home to do. Kind of set some ideas of the things that you want it to be able to accomplish for you. You need to kind of envision what you want your smart home to do, so that way it gives you a really good path as to how you're going to move forward. So in this video, we're going to talk about smart home design, and we're going to talk about how you prioritize your needs, how you set a budget, and how you choose the right tech to transform your house into a smart home and make it do the things that you want it to do. You want it to make your living space and your environment how you envision it for your convenience and security. The first thing you want to do is identify your essential smart home features. Determine which smart home functionalities are most important to you. You want to consider your lifestyle, your daily routines, and you want to make sure and take account your personal preferences. For example, let's say you're a busy professional and you're always in a hurry in the mornings when you get up and you got to make sure and get out the door on time to a meeting or whatever the case may be. So you might want to prioritize smart lighting, lights that come on and off, lights that wake you up in the morning. You can even automate appliances like your coffee, have coffee brewing for you as soon as you get up. So you can begin your day and have that level of convenience in the mornings to where you don't have to worry about doing certain things that are going to be done for you. So my routine is I set my alarm in my Google Home. So my alarm goes off. I tell Google Home to stop the alarm, and then I will tell it good morning. So when I say good morning to you know who, I can't say it because it'll happen. It runs through a whole routine where it turns on certain lights, it turns on the television, it turns off the fan we have running in the bedroom, it stops casting the white noise we have run at night. And it does all that with one command. Now, I don't have a smart coffee maker, but I wish I did. I still have to hit the button, but I can actually program, the time on it, but it's not smart. But basically, when I get up in the mornings and I say that one command, all I got to do is just get myself ready. And it makes things so much more convenient, not having to do this, do that, do this, do that. So that's where you really need just to prioritize what it is you're wanting to do. And again, keep your lifestyle and your needs in mind. And think about the workflow. Think about the process. Think about like what you'd want to have happen and how you want to initiate those things, whether you want it to be like a motion sensor, whether you want it to be a voice command, or whether you just want it to be automated by time. The next thing you want to do is make sure and set a budget. You need to establish a budget for your smart home project. Smart home devices can be very inexpensive, and they can go all the way up to being very expensive. It just depends on what devices you want to use. And of course, the devices you're going to use is going to depend on how you want your house to act, what you want it to do. So when you put a realistic budget in place, then it allows you to go look at certain devices that will fall within that budget to accomplish the task you want to accomplish. You want to find devices that are able to meet your need and not break the bank. Because unlike myself, when I first started this, I would just buy, not realizing that I probably needed to do this instead of that. Like for example, there's a couple of rooms in my house that I bought individual smart bulbs for in the actual light fixture. Well, I don't need to turn each individual bulb on or off or different colors. I just need the lights on or off. So a better solution for me and a less expensive solution would have been to buy a smart switch, put it on the wall, on, off. That way you have the on off. You can even dim without having the expense of replacing each individual bulb. I very seldom, if ever, actually turn off one bulb or change one bulb's color. So again, I didn't think about that process, and I didn't prioritize what I wanted and how I wanted to achieve that. So again, I'm trying to hopefully give you some ideas that you can avoid some of the mistakes and pitfalls that I did, and you can actually have a much lower entry as far as cost goes in creating your smart home environment to do what you want it to do. Because there's so many ways. There's multiple ways sometimes of doing the exact same thing. Again, individual bulbs or a switch. They both can do the same thing. They turn on and off, they dim, and there you go. A switch is much less expensive and it's really easy to install. It's not hard at all. I did all the switches that I currently have in my house myself, and I'm not an electrician, trust me. Don't forget to click the link in the description to go pick up your free PDF, Designing Your Smart Home Guide for Beginners. This is basically what we're going over, and this will allow you to have something you can reference and the videos to go along with it. So hopefully you'll be able to use both the PDF and the video to help guide your path and your decision making. And if you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It sure does help the channel, and I do appreciate it. What I want this guide to be, and I want this video series to be, is a guide that's going to help you whether you're brand new to the smart home world or you've been in it for a while. And like me, you're just wanting to make sure you're going down the right path. You want to spend your money wisely, choose products wisely, and sometimes it's hard to figure all that out because there's a lot out there. But I can help you kind of cut through all the nonsense and kind of really narrow down to exactly what it is you're wanting to do. And keep in mind, there's so many of these technology products that can be really beneficial for seniors. I've had some family members that, of course, are past now. My dad had dementia really bad. And some of these smart home features would have been really great for him. Unfortunately, he didn't want to use them, so I didn't put it in his house. But it would have made their life so much easier if they would just let me do it. And I'm hoping that maybe I can ease some of that worry about, oh, it's too complicated, it's too expensive, and maybe kind of put you at ease that it's really not any of those things. You can have an inexpensive, affordable, easy to use smart home. And that's my goal, is to simplify your smart home. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because the next video in this series, we're going to talk about how you choose your smart home ecosystem, which is just as important as choosing the actual smart home devices themselves. And a lot of times it's going to steer even the devices you get, because some devices don't work with certain ecosystems. So we're going to get into that next time. So make sure you hit that subscribe and check out that video when it comes out. Don't forget to get your PDF down there in the description. It's free. And it's basically the guide that we're going over in the video series, so that way you can have something to reference. And make sure you go check out this video here. It's the first video in this series, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.